Hey there, I'm Alicia. Welcome to another reading vlog. So in this vlog, we are going to attempt to read The Maid by Nita Prose. This is the book club pick for January for the Lights Out Book Club, which is hosted by Riveting Reads or Savannah here on YouTube. And her live show, I believe, is this Sunday. Today is Wednesday. I don't know the date. Alexa, what day is it today?
It's Thursday, January 27th. By the way, you have a $5 credit for Kindle purchases using your Echo device.
Oh.
Would you like to learn more?
Later.
No problem. To learn more, go to amazon.com/Kindle deal.
If you heard that, there's a Kindle deal, and go to amazon.com/Kindle deal. So I was wrong. It's actually Thursday, not Wednesday. I don't know what time is sometimes. Thursday, January 27. The live show is on Sunday, so I want to get this read by Saturday. That means I have today, Friday, and Saturday to go ahead and read it. I don't really have any other reading plans. I actually ended up reading everything in my January TBR. What? That is like the first time that it's ever happened. Well, okay. So I guess I can't really say that. So I didn't actually finish reading The Gunslinger, but I tried. I tried reading 2 separate editions of it. I couldn't do it. I tried listening to the audiobook. I couldn't do it. So it's a soft DNF for now. I'm going to try again at the end of February. Maybe then I'll get a little bit more of a feel for it. But apart from The Gunslinger, I finished everything else on my TBR, and it's like, what? I feel like I need to get an award or something. And I know I'm the one that makes these TBRs and forces myself to read books on my TBR and sets up those sometimes realistic, sometimes unrealistic expectations to read the amount of books that I talk to you about during a month. So really the only pressure is coming from myself, but I just thought it was really cool that for once I was able to stick to my goals. So yes, that means that I have a couple of days to kind of like read whatever I want, whatever I'm feeling. I am actually still in the middle of Breast and Eggs, which I didn't put on a TBR. I just picked it up on a whim, and I'm slowly reading it. And I'm actually still reading The Body by, let me get it, Bill Bryson. This is a library copy that I got from my library. I'm trying to read 1 nonfiction book a month, and I think I'm a little bit under halfway through The Body. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to enjoy this book as much as I am enjoying it. It's sort of written partly like a biology book, but then you also talk about history and how certain things were discovered, which, you know, medical history isn't the best thing to learn about, because you just learn that a lot of fucked up experimentation happened without the consent of people or the consent of animals. And I'm not enjoying that part, but what I am enjoying is that it's divided into several areas. You know, we talk about different organs, we talk about the skin, the heart, etc. And I've been reading about a chapter every single night, and Ben is usually also reading with me, and we just talk about like biology stuff. And I know that sounds super boring, but Ben studied chemistry and he was doing cancer research for a while, and it was just nice to like sort of hear his perspective on certain things and how that applied to his work and stuff like that. So it kind of like created a new bonding moment for Ben and I, where we like geek out over sciencey stuff. And we're actually learning a lot. Like, I guess there's this theory that we never actually kind of like live in the present, because there is this certain amount of time from when you see or hear something and the time that it reaches to your brain. So by the time it reaches your brain, it's no longer the present moment. So your brain is always actually functioning a couple of seconds in the future. When I read that, I was just mind blown. Like, that is wild to me. And there's like studies out there that try to prove it or disprove it. This isn't a bad read. Like, I wouldn't recommend for you to pick it up and just read it in one sitting, because that would be really dense. But if you want to read like a chapter a night or something like that, I'm learning a lot and I'm actually really much enjoying it. So I'm still reading this. But in my Alicia, if I'm not reading like 3 or 4 books at a time, I am not. So the next couple of days, we're going to try to read The Maid by Nita Prose. I mean, I think it's doable. If I'm really enjoying a book, I can definitely knock it out in a day or 2, depending on the size. This is a little bit under 300 pages, I believe. So if I end up reading 100 pages every day, I will definitely finish it by Saturday, which means that I'll be good to go by Sundays. So we're going to try about 100 pages a night for the next 3 days, and I will update you every 100 pages on my progress. I actually don't know what this is about. All I know is that it's a thriller and it's a recent release, but let me go ahead and read you the synopsis, or at least part of it. A dead body is one mess she can't clean up on her own. Molly Gray is not like everybody else. She struggles with social skills and misreads the intentions of others. Her gran used to interpret the world for her, codifying it into simple rules that Molly could live by. Since Gran died a few months ago, 25-year-old Molly has been navigating life's complexities all by herself. No matter, she throws herself with gusto into her work as a hotel maid. Her unique character, along with her obsessive love of cleaning and proper etiquette, makes her an ideal fit for the job. She delights in donning her crisp uniform each morning, stocking her cart with miniature soaps and bottles, and returning guest rooms at the Regency Grand Hotel to a state of perfection. But Molly's orderly life is upended the day she enters the suite of the infamous and wealthy Charles Black, only to find it in a state of disarray and Mr. Black himself dead in his bed. Before she knows what's happening, Molly's unusual demeanor has the police targeting her as their lead suspect. She quickly finds herself caught in a web of deception, one she has no idea how to untangle. Fortunately for Molly, friends she never knew she had unite with her in a search for clues to what really happened to Mr. Black. But will they be able to find the real killer before it's too late? If I was excited before, I'm definitely excited now. This sounds like it's going to be quirky and endearing, and lately I've really been enjoying mysteries, especially ones that are not very like heavy. So, you know, I think this is one that I'm really gonna like. I also like how there's similarities to like Convenience Store Woman, which was a book that I loved in 2021, where we have this main character and she doesn't really quite fit in and she loves what she's doing, even though other people don't really understand her. So this is another book with a neurodivergent main character. We love to see it, so I'm excited to read this. So I will start this today and I will update you on the 100-page mark. Bye. I hope that you can see the fog like I can. It's yeah, very apocalyptic looking. Oh well. I'm heating up some fried rice that we got from takeout yesterday from a Thai restaurant. Then I'm going to take my daily vitamin. I've been really bad about keeping up with these, but lately I've been feeling a little woozy. A couple of years ago, I actually struggled with having enough vitamins and really consuming complete amino acids. There was a while that I went vegetarian and it did not work for me because I didn't know how to supplement meat, and then I became anemic, and since then I've had to take daily vitamins. So yeah, usually I'm pretty good about it, but lately I haven't been. And when I start taking vitamins again, I get nauseous, so then it makes me not want to take them. But you know what? I got to do it for my health. I don't want to feel woozy, and it's good for me, right? It's good for my bone health, my eye health, so I really have to start doing that. Hello? What are you doing? Suchi. Hello. Hi. I really like this fried rice that I'm about to eat right now, but pineapple fried rice is where it's at. I love pineapple fried rice. What is this? Come on. Voila! Riley, look! What is this? Is this a slipper? Is this a slipper? I know, but I haven't removed the tag. What is this? What is this? Oh, hi! Okay, wait, let me remove the little tag. It's a... I actually don't know what it is. A slobber party. Very nice. Let's see. We're just gonna remove these. Yes. Wow. Wow. Oh, slam dunk. Did you see that? Did you see that? I wanted to, okay, really quickly, I wanted to show you something. So a couple of months, not months, weeks, I ended up getting this little ball reflector thing, sun reflector, light diffractor. I don't know what it's called, but I freaking bought it in winter when there was no sun. So for weeks on end, it just sat there doing nothing, but not anymore because there's finally sun in Portland. Look, I love it so much. Look at all those little lights. Look at them. Look at them. Do you see them? Oh, I love it. It's so nice. And it comes from this little ball thing right there. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Look at that! Look at that! She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Looking at that! Okay, that's all. Hello, so it's later on. I just got off of work and now I'm going to do my daily Sudoku because I didn't do it this morning. I usually do it in the morning. I actually have 2 Sudoku books that I work off of. The second one is this beat up one. I completely lost the cover. And this one has like easy drafts, and it also has medium and challenging ones. I'm still at the beginning because this one had like a bunch of these little ones, so I'm actually on 15 on this one. So I'm going to finish this Sudoku, or start the Sudoku, finish it. And then over the last couple of months, I've been trying to learn Mandarin because Ben is Chinese and he wants to reinvigorate his Mandarin, and I want to learn it because I speak Spanish. He's also trying to learn Spanish. So eventually we both want to be fluent in Spanish, Mandarin, and well, English. And then we both know a little bit of French. He knows a lot more than I do, and my accent is terrible. So eventually, once I learn Mandarin, I want to go back and relearn French, and hopefully we can do that together. So because I've been sort of like trying to learn Mandarin here and there, it's been really difficult because I haven't dedicated actual portions of time to learn. So in 2022, I want to focus on learning Mandarin at least 3 to 4 days a week. And the time that I've set aside is 30 minutes after work, right before I go to the gym. That way I am constantly improving or learning new things. So far, the most difficulty I've had is the pronunciation of words. I remember the first couple of days Ben started to teach me, my tongue was sore because I had never produced those types of sounds with my mouth before. So it was really weird. It was like a really weird experience. And if you've ever had this like sauce, I don't know what it's called, but they put it on a fish in like Sichuan cooking, and you know how like your tongue gets a little bit numb? That's how my tongue felt from speaking Mandarin because I had never spoken before. I actually signed up for this class through Chinese Class 101, and I'm going to start it. And I'm also going to use Duolingo and Ben to sort of like help me keep the momentum going and really learn it. So yeah, we're gonna start that today right after I finish the Sudoku. So hopefully by the end of 2022, I have some conversational Mandarin speaking skills. That's really the goal, to be able to communicate with Ben in Mandarin, with his family in Mandarin, and just with people in Mandarin. I feel like it's so cool to be able to talk to people from different parts of the world. And whenever we visit China, I want to be able to communicate with them because that's also in the cards. Ben and I really want to go to China. There's just so many beautiful places in China that I really want to visit. And Ben, of course, has been to China several times, and he always tells me all of these great stories. I also really love Chinese food, so I definitely want to go and try different foods from different regions of China. So yes, I'm going to work on Sudoku and then go ahead and do a little bit of Mandarin learning. Okay, so I'm going to show you because the Chinese 101 thing is making me take a quiz. I don't know if you can see it, so we can go through it together really quickly. It says choose the answer that best completes the sentence. When introducing your name, you can say Ni something Zhengling. Wo Zhao. My name is. Yeah, it's that one. Okay, my diagnostic test is complete. It says I got 3 correct and 23 incorrect. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because I know very little Chinese, so that's great. 你好，什么名字? Another thing that I found really nice actually is that Mandarin is genderless, so ta means him, he, him, but it also means she, her. This is what my night is going to look like. We are having Silver Scape. It's actually really good. Let's see, can you see that? It's not like, why aren't you, there we go. 2018 Syrah. Syrahs are my favorite, and this one's actually very, very good. So I completely forgot to update you at the 100-page mark of the Maid. It's Friday, so it's the next day, and I'm actually a little bit more than halfway through now. I think like page 160 or something. I started reading it last night, and then the next thing I know, I was on page like 120, and then I ended up going to sleep because I was really tired. To be honest, it's a lot different than what I expected. For some reason, when I was going into the Maid, I thought it was a thriller, but it ends up reading more like a mystery, like a cozy mystery. Our main character, Molly, is really eccentric. She's really funny. She doesn't really quite understand what other people like say or do. Like things just go completely over her head, and she misreads situations entirely, and she's very direct when people ask her things. Like she doesn't understand sarcasm. So there's just some sections where I'm just like giggling because it's like a really awkward scene because she doesn't seem to grasp things. So I am quite actually enjoying the book. It's not like super gripping or like super fast paced, but there's something about it that just keeps drawing me in. I really do think it has to do with Molly's character. She became a very endearing character like 30 to 40 pages in. I really liked her. So essentially she is, oh, okay. I needed to put my arm down because I'm sore. So Molly is a maid at this luxurious hotel, and like I said, she's a little bit eccentric, but she really loves her work. She's someone that lives by like basic tenets that her grandma like instilled in her, and she kind of talks like an old lady because a lot of the things she learns from her grandma. Whenever people like made fun of her at school, or whenever there was a question that she had, she came home and talked to her grandma about it. So she talks in a very antiquated and a very formal way, and she's a stickler for rules. And so that's why she likes being a maid, because it's work that you go in and do day in and day out, and she knows what to do, and she's very good at it. So she's really happy. And there's some like weird stuff going on in the hotel that we are picking up as a reader, but she's not, because she has a very good-natured heart and she always assumes the best intentions, which is really nice to read about in a character. So essentially, one of the really big guests at the hotel gets murdered, or at least the detectives are considering foul play, and slowly Molly becomes a prime suspect for this murder because she makes some questionable choices due to hardship and because she's really trusting and people take advantage of her. So in a way, it's also a really sad book because you see all of these characters and they don't treat her the best, but she still assumes best intention and she's still really caring. And so I guess there were parts of it that are making me a little bit sad, but overall I'm really liking it. I actually think that I might be able to finish it tonight, so we'll see. Like I said, going to enjoy some wine tonight. Later Ben and I might have some food, and I mean the rest of my Friday night is pretty chill. But yes, I'm gonna read for the rest of the night and I'll give you my full thoughts once I finish the book. What are you making?
Bell peppers and Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, with rice?
Yeah.
Well, I'm making the rice.
Yeah.
I make the best rice. Well, actually, who makes better rice, me or you? I think it's me.
You're right, too.
I feel like I consistently make better rice, but occasionally I burn it.
So
which is very no, it is consistently. I do make, except when it's burned. But okay, you don't burn the rice as often as I do, but I feel like I consistently make better rice when it's like good. You know?
Do you think I make bad rice?
I don't think you make bad rice, but I think I make better rice.
Okay,
But then there's times where I burn it and you burn it less often.
But what in my rice could use improvement, though? Alright, cheers.
There's someone at the front door, but we don't invite people over or have guests over.
Did you hear the way they knocked, though?
Yeah.
It wasn't a like, hello, I'm here, someone open the door. It was like a
Delivery
something just
person?
happened, you know, I'm leaving now, da 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 da. It was not like bum bum bum, come over here, I'm here, you know, it was like a bum bum bum.
Is there a
See you
difference?
later. Oh yeah, definitely.
I feel like I'm an impatient person and often do the bum bum bum. I'm gonna go investigate.
I really think
It's a delivery person. Oh shit, there's a window there. Okay, wait. Da 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 do 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 do. Yeah, you're right. I think it was a delivery person. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay, we're gonna open this. Wait, I didn't order anything though. Have you ordered anything?
No, I don't know.
Vincent HarperCollins Publishing. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't order anything. Oh my god. Wait, what? Ah! Wait, I didn't order this, and it says it's from HarperCollins Publishers. Wow, okay, this is really cool. This is like the second arc that I've ever received in my life. I don't know why I got this copy, but I mean, I'm fine with it. It's by Kate Quinn. I think this is a historical fiction. That's really cool. The Diamond Eye. Kate Quinn. Wow, that was very unexpected. Hi there. So it is now January 29th, which is Saturday, and I actually already finished The Maid. I was planning on finishing it, tonight, but I actually ended up finishing it this morning. I almost finished it last night. I just really liked it, so I ended up like plowing through it. And it also helped that I was partly physically reading it, and I also had the audiobook, so I was able to listen to it while I did my chores. It's definitely not what I thought it was going to be, which was surprising, but also a pleasant surprise. One of the few things that I will say in terms of negatives is that I felt like it was trying to do a lot of different things. So certain sections of the book had a completely different tone from other sections of the book. There were these parts that were kind of funny because our main character Molly, you know, she's learning how to navigate the world on her own, and a lot of times she doesn't really grasp what people are trying to tell her. Like, she doesn't really understand sarcasm. She's someone that takes people's literal value in words, and so there is just some funny moments where you kind of giggle because she's completely misunderstanding. And then there are these like heavier parts of the book where it's really sad. And she's talking about her relationship with her grandma. Her grandma had cancer, and so there's these very like vulnerable moments that she talks about, and they're very sad. So that tonal shift was very strange. And then you had our main plot line. She's accused of committing murder, and her friends are trying to help her figure out who it is and, you know, like get evidence and stuff like that. And so that like mystery detective side of it also felt tonally very different from the other two that I just mentioned. So in a sense, it's strange because even though there were these tonal shifts, I still really enjoyed the entire book. I just felt like at times they felt like three separate books like melded into one, which is totally fine. I like genre bending books, but overall I would say that I give this a 4 out of 5. It was one that I really enjoyed reading, especially for a debut novel. I felt like it was well written. It's definitely not a thriller, and I'm struggling to say that it is a mystery because it's a mystery for Molly, but it's not necessarily a mystery for us, because as a reader we're picking up all of these different clues that the author is leaving, and it seems very obvious from the beginning like that something nefarious is going on and who's behind it. There is one twist at the end that I didn't see coming, and I was like, ah, that makes sense. That wraps it all together for me. But it sort of felt a little bit like a mystery slash literary fiction, a little bit even, because our main character is neurodivergent, and she shares with us her thoughts on how she's perceived and how people talk to her different or make fun of her. And some of those parts were also really hard to read because Molly's just such like a good natured character, and you know, she lives by these tenets, and you know, she's very absolute in what's right and what's wrong, but she's very kind-hearted, and I don't know, some of those like moments were really emotional. Was it like the best mystery that I've ever read? No, but I really liked Molly as her main character. I also really liked Juan Manuel and his character. Yeah, so for a debut I thought it was really solid. It's one that I'm glad that I picked up and read, and I will definitely be reading more from this author. Yay, we ended up finishing it before Sav's live show, so I'm really excited to attend tomorrow and hear what people think about it, because I think it's going to be a polarizing book, especially for people that went into it thinking it was a thriller. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be a thriller, but it wasn't. It wasn't thrilling. I mean, like, not in a bad way. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't thrilling because it was bad. I'm just saying it wasn't what I expected. So yeah, that's the end of this vlog. Ben and and I are gonna go today to Great Notion, which is this brewery. Really excited because they have this new beer that they are putting out for Lunar Year. So it's a sour. I usually am not the biggest fan of sours, but I've been, you know, dipping my toes here and there, and certain sours I've really liked. So we're gonna see how good it is. They also have really good chicken wings. So I wanna go eat their chicken wings and get some fries and have some beer, and I'll maybe bring a book and read there for a little bit. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.